Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. This is a basic sketch of what I'm planning to do. It's just a series of circles in a row like this, and then intersecting with it looks like my Sharpie is on the way out. There, I think it's waking up. So that is the basic, I always call it a scaffolding or a structure that I start from. So here's some black, this is Mars Black acrylic, and here is the leftover ghost print of the previous video, in which I combined collage and the layer of acrylic. So now I'm just going to mix about a teaspoon of water to this acrylic to make it more ink-like, because acrylic, when it comes out of the bottle, is very thick. And I'm watering it down, so when I apply it on the plate, which has some oily residue, it will create some textures. Okay, so that's the first layer. And I will air dry this. As you can see, it's already separating from the oily plate. And I like these textures. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Now the desk fan did a very good job in drying the black paint. So now I'm going to do a second layer. I'm using chrome orange. Okay. And a few spots of this cadmium yellow. And I'm going to go in a north-south direction, just up and down, to create some kind of grain. Now I'm not really pressing hard on the plate. I'm letting the brayer do the work. And hopefully this layer of red will wake up what's underneath. Okay, here is my Strathmore. And once more, I'm applying a good amount of hand pressure because I want to make a transfer of all these elements, the ghost print, the brushwork, and the layer of red. So there are actually 3 layers that I'm trying to pick up. Okay, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it looks like the plate is really clinging to the paper. It's a very aggressive stickiness. Oh, it's making scary noises too. Now I'm pulling very slowly. But I'm confident that this paper will not tear because I have been treating the surface with oil. I think the texture is incredible. And there's hardly anything left on the plate. Now this is what I mean by the stress that is put on the paper. In other printing process, like lithography or copper plate or etching, the paper does not get subjected to this kind of pulling because that work is done by a printing press. But since this is purely manual, the paper takes the brunt of the stress, and that's why it's important to use a very sturdy paper. A thin paper would never withstand this kind of pulling. It would just shred to pieces. Okay, I think the result is outstanding. It picked up the ghost, it picked up the black, And as you can see, there's hardly anything left on the plate. So there's less to clean. Now I will air dry this and see what comes next. Okay, this has dried by now, and I found these strips of paper that I used from my last video, and I think they're very interesting. I think this will work nicely here. Kind of like a counterpoint to the rest of this. Kind of like this. So this balances out the heavy mass here. And then these vertical elements create this zone here. So there is a balance between the activity here and the very intricate textures here. So before I change my mind, I'm going to mount this. Okay, I think that does it. I'm going to let this dry and then recap. Okay, back from a short break, and this has dried. That the shine of the wet glue is gone, so I can do a close detail. Now here are the strips. The reason why I like to use these strips were used in the previous video, and they have these are actually, the black marks are actually transfers, and I thought they would be relevant to this piece because these lines are these lines. They're one and the same. Let me show you the mark. Now the oil content of the plate causes the big brush marks to split up like this, which I like very much. As you can see, this is a true oil resist, where you have the action of oil and water. And it's a very interesting combination. And I'm happy because I was able to pull number one, the ghost print, and then number two, the black marks, which is a second layer, the big brush strokes. And then the third element is the collage. So there are three layers here. And they're all integrated. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really had a lot of fun making this print. All I can say is thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share this with your friends, and for those who can, please lend your support to my PayPal to help keep this channel going. I hope to see you next time.